So I would argue that it actually is moving as quickly. It just doesn't feel like it because there are some barriers to entry. So the technological advancements are incredibly game changing and exciting in the world of medicine, and not just the past like 8 to 9 years since the iPhone and the smartphones came out, but for the past 30 years. I mean, the drug alone that put me into remission and the reason I am alive today is a drug called Remicade, and that was just the first of an entirely new class of drugs called biologics. This was a big deal, game changer, right? So we are seeing these kinds of things over and over again. But what's happening is that the healthcare system in the United States, it's a $3 trillion a year industry. That is the size of the GDP of Germany, right? So when you think you don't think things are moving like I hear this a lot, in magazines and all of that, that tech isn't moving as fast in medicine. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you think that a $3 trillion industry is going to show you that quickly? It is absolutely. Things like Kaiser Permanente, their CEO said that by 2018, more than 50% of their clinic visits are going to be done virtually. I'm seeing tons of sensor companies, all of those early companies like Fitbit and all the wearables. Those are the low hanging fruits for the accelerometers and stuff. Well, it just actually takes an actual amount of time to go through FDA approval. So the reason we don't see a lot of clinical grade wearables and therapeutics yet is because it takes a couple of years to do the R&D. And then you've got to get validated clinical trials. Those take actual time and money, more so than getting a Fitbit to market. So these companies that are in this are in it for 4 or 5 years before you actually hear of the product. But these products are already existing or being worked on. Things like sensors and socks that measure gait for neurodegenerative diseases or measure ulcers for diabetics. Contact lenses, right, that are measuring things. Actually, one just recently got FDA approval for glaucoma progression. We're seeing, no, Google is funding something else in partnership with Novartis. It's Verily, which is Google's life sciences department, and that is for glucose monitoring. One of the limiting factors when we are talking about contact lenses and the sensors and why they don't have it on the market yet, but hopefully they're hoping to have it out, I think, by next year, like a workable product, is, but not out, to the distribution, is that the sensor technology are thick. And so when you put them on your eye, it's actually, the contact lenses are still a little bit thick, so it's uncomfortable for the patient. Right. But and there's a couple other little barriers in terms of that particular technological application. But again, we do already have an FDA approved contact lens sensor device that tracks something.